a resume review of a project manager. So this project manager in particular has a ratio of 150 applications to one interview or worse. My website caps out at 150 because anything beyond 150 is terrible. So not to rag on this resume, but I'm expecting this to not be very good if it's getting 1 to 150. What we're going to be looking for skill-wise for project managers is PMP or CSM cert. Those are massive. Customer, stakeholder, agile, industry, number of team members, matrix, cross-functional, number of projects, budgets, multitask, how you used resources for success, and how you solved problems and influenced. Yeah, there we go. That should be all of them. So, before we dig into this resume, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And if you need more help, stop by my live stream. That is where I record all of this stuff. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST is my normal hours. Unless my recruiting job gets in the way, because the recruiting job lets me do this stuff for free, because that pays the rent. So, with extra ado, or no further ado, let's begin. This formatting is awful. Okay. The hell? This person also gave me a quick note, which they said they wanted to know how to move into operations director, operations excellency, and I don't really know that off the top of my head. I'm sorry. If you were on stream, I could maybe help you with that, but you're not getting. I can already tell this is probably going to be a formatting problem. So, no, none of this matters. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. Here, okay, so recruiters have 15 seconds to look at your resume. That is the average time an internal recruiter will have to look at your resume, is 15 seconds. In that 15 seconds, the most important part of your resume is the first half of your resume. People ask, Lee, does it matter if my resume is 2 pages? Should it be 1 page? Should it be 3 pages? The point is, it doesn't matter how many pages your resume is, all right? What matters is in this part right here, this first half of your resume, the part that I am showing on screen now, needs to show your qualifications. And this is why all this stuff and the formatting doesn't work, is you are wasting time with this because nothing here is what I want. If it's not in a bullet point, I don't care. This is my resume format. The reason I have it is because it is peak. This is it. What is the Gen Z slang? If you're cooked, use this because it's peak. I don't know. I haven't been cool when I was my own generation. So, but this is what recruiters want. This shows you all the keywords and qualifications in the first half of the resume, which is what you want. So, formatting wise, just scrap the whole damn thing and use this. Bullet point wise, let's see. I don't care. I don't know what a PPM program is. Let's see. So, executed a PPM. I don't know what a PPM program is. It's 3D management action list. Built and led cross-functional teams at leading site. PPM. What is a PPM? You keep using this. I don't know what that is. Okay, again, the only thing here's okay. In this entire thing, the only thing I found is agile and cross-functional, and I'm gonna need more. PMO again. What is the PMO? Pretend I don't know any acronyms, all right? And then do you have, geez Louise, are you PMP certified? Which would shock me if you're not. Oh, you're not. Let's see, project manager, I forgot the actual acronym. CSM certs. It's right there. No one's going to see this. Okay, so you're going to scrap this entire resume. I'm sorry. I know you spent time on this, but this is not good. So, and you have a gap here, don't worry about the gap. The gap is fine. People worry about gaps way too much. So here's your problem. There's so much here. There's absolutely so much here. You don't need all of this, okay? What I need is, I would say, the Agile cert, the Scrum cert, that's what it's, Certified Scrum cert, and probably the Masters. That should be it. That should be 3. Put that 3 here. 3 lines max. That's what I need. You don't have to say when you graduated. That's okay. Then what I'm going to need you to do is write your first sentence a summary. This is going to tell me what the hell you do, because I don't actually know what the hell you do. You are to say, let's say, managed, say, 13 people across a cross-functional team, And then you can list maybe the cross-functional team if you want, or in a matrix environment where I did X, which was whatever a PPM program is, and then you're going to tell me more about that. Then I'm going to need to know how many, what was your resources for that? Were you given a budget of 12 million? Why was it important? How many projects did you do at the same time? How did you talk to stakeholders, to clients, to customers? Because your job is to solve problems for the company. Sometimes that means you have to find the problems. I don't see that here. I need to see how you did it. So you're not getting anything here because the formatting is awful and your bullet points are also bad. I'm not sure if there's anything here that can be saved. Almost this. I mean, this is a first start, and then it's down here. I saw here. I just need more. Okay, so every single bullet point you have, except for the summary bullet point under each job, is going to be a what, which is the keyword, how you used it, and why you used it. For management positions, I need to know the what is less important than the how and the why you did it. For IC positions, the what is more important necessary than the how and the why. You still need all three, but it's where the focus of the sentence is. So I cannot help with this because there's nothing here for me to really use. The formatting's not good, and you buried your CSM. That's a huge cert all the way down here. So yeah, just please redo this entire resume. Use this formatting. Make it simple. Make it clean. Make the keywords and qualifications the what, how, and why. And you're going to get a lot more interviews. And the reason you're not getting, and you're not getting interviews because of the resume, because that's 150 to 1. That's a terrible ratio. I don't want to be cruel. I'm trying to be cruel to be kind. So I really hope I'm not being too mean. I actively want you to get a job, and that means listening to this advice. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a Faculties Maintenance Technician 2. You actually shouldn't just look for the number 2 or 1 or 3 because a lot of companies don't use those titles. And a level 1 at one company may be a level 3 in another. So this person has a ratio of, I don't actually know, doesn't know. Let's see, their maintenance is something they're working with. They have HVAC certs and looking to possibly expand that if the pay is better. They just want to make sure their resume is more presentable for when they apply. So here's what we're going to be looking for. And a lot of the cases where I say this, I need to do a lot of the how, what, why. You do need to do it for this, but like it's very basic. So plumbing, pool and spa, valid driver's license and current auto insurance, electrical, plumbing, carpentry, locksmith, commercial painting, HVAC, customers and clients, management systems, VMS software, licenses, and certs. So that seems like a lot. Don't panic. You don't need all of these. These are very basic. So you literally just need to say something like used plumbing tools and electrical tools such as plungers and I don't know, electrical tools to do X. Customers and clients, you just literally need one sentence that shows you're not insane, so that you don't be like, that's a client that's asking me what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight them. So your formatting is awful and you definitely need to fix your formatting. But yeah, your formatting is bad. Your bullet points are actually they're not good, but they're not terrible enough. Like you can fix them. So what I want you to do, right, is I want you to use this format. Please use this format. It's in the description below. It's the most important format you're going to use. First name, last name, phone number, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to put your education and certs. Normally I say that's going to be 3 years, 3 of them. But in this case, you really do just want this in your HVAC cert and your college or whatever certification. So you're just going to put your certs. I would say the most important one. So you can do, I don't think you need to put all of these. You can just do this one, maybe this one, and then I don't know if this one's needed or not, but then your general education. And then you're going to go back up here. And for this, I'm going to need, this should be a summary sentence, okay? It's going to be right here. This is just going to be a summary of what you did at the job. And it can be very basic. You don't need to overthink it. It could just be, fixed are pools, spas, electrical, plumbing, and carpentry at this position, in addition to HVAC. Right? You just need to tell me what to do. Worked with used our management system, BMS software, and interacted with customers when needed. Just something that simple, right? Like preventative maintenance, fireball, performance feature links. See, you're weirdly enough going too much into too much detail. Yeah, you're too much here. The person reading this may not even know what any of these are. So you really just want to make it basic. Say, fixed our electrical, plumbing, and carpentering using tools such as X, Y, and Z, and then maybe put a valid driver's license. Don't put your whole license up. Just say that you have one. And then fixed our, I guess, HVACs, our companies, things, that kind of thing. So if you need to stop by the channel, let me know, but I hope that makes sense. Weirdly enough, you kind of overdid what you needed to do. But like you could say HVACs, such as refrigerators, leaks, that kind of stuff, but they're not going to know what any of this crap is. I'm sorry. We're not that smart. Yeah, we're not gonna know that. Just say plumbing, such as floor drains, tech drains, toilets, urinals, that kind of thing. So make it more basic. You still need to list these things, but make it in a more easy to read thing. And I bet you're gonna get a interview. Although from what I looked at, the market's pretty good anyway. So even with a terrible resume, you may still get really good ratios. But admittedly, the better your resume, the better chance the company that pays a hell of a lot is the one that looks at yours. So that's all I can do in this one. Again, it's not good, but it's not, having searched for these positions, this is not as bad as it looks. It could just be better. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a full stack developer, kind of. They sent this because they're doing a master's part-time and they're looking to transition into software engineering more so from automation, and they just wanted to see what their resume looked like. So you don't need this. Again, you really don't. Everybody does a summary, but like they're not useful. So we don't need the summary. Also, let me tell you what we're looking for, which, I mean, I feel like I say this once a video, but TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, SQL, React, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CD, and any bonuses would be other languages and Git. So those are what we're going to be looking for. Summaries aren't good. Again, this can be 2 lines, which, yeah, I think this should be 2 lines. Just do 2 lines. You can keep the GPA up there, which you should. That's fantastic. But it should only really be 2 lines. Yeah, maybe you could add that in. Ooh, I'm debating. Okay, 3 lines because you can add in the minor and that you were the dean's list. So what we're actually looking for: implemented high performance backend solution in C, factory settings. Okay, automation engineer, led to C, React, TypeScript. That's not bad. Okay, so your first sentence, here's the thing. This is not a good summary, and I need this to be a summary of what you do. Ideally, it's going to have the keywords we're looking for. In addition, now that I'm looking at this, because you have automation, you actually do want a summary sentence, which is shocking to me. This is one of the few cases where we do want it, but it's not this. I just want this to say, very simple, moving into or transitioning into full stack developer from automation engineer. That's all you need to say. That's it. Nothing else. That's all it is, and it's just to showcase that you're going from automation into this, which I don't even know if you super need to, but this is phenomenal. Yeah, okay, this should be your first sentence. So your keywords are correct. We have API, we have Node, we have React, we have TypeScript, we have Agile, we have Docker. Wait, do we have JavaScript? Which I don't see. So you need JavaScript, you need CSS, you need HTML, and you need it here, ideally. Agile, CA/CD, this is fantastic. I don't really care about the 30%, but the rest of this is solid. So your bullet points order is messed up, and we need CSS, HTML. I also need cloud. Do I see any cloud? Yeah, but what kind of cloud? Tell me what kind of cloud. I need to know. Is it AWS? Is it Azure? Here it is. It's AWS. Yeah. So you need AWS. You need CSS. You need HTML. This needs to be a better sentence. I actually like this part, although I really don't need the 30%. And you could just say which reduced manual innovation. And then this should probably be your first sentence. And it said led full stack development of a data-driven applications using TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and React. And then you can add the C# and the Node in this one. So primarily your formatting's off, and it's the order of your bullet points that are wrong, along with the fact that you do in fact need CSS, HTML, and I need to know where you did cloud and SQL. SQL should be in the second one as possible. I don't know where you did SQL. Okay, you did SQL here. SQL should be in this one as well. So overall, this actually isn't terrible. It's going to do a couple of tweaks, and I think you'll be very good. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a full stack software engineer. They are getting about 100 to 1. This is their new resume. They said specifically they are having trouble getting interviews. Their last resume only got them 1 at a career fair. So let's see what we can fix. So as per usual for full stack, it is TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, SQL, React, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, and a bonus would be any extra languages such as Python, C, Java, or Git. Cool. Getting better at saying it. So that's what we're looking for. I'm assuming since this is getting about 100 to 1, this is not going to be a good resume. And let's see. Formatting's off. This shouldn't be bolded. This should also be one line. I think you can fit the Dean's List there. The technical skills section is not needed. None of this should be bolded. None of this should be bolded. Please stop bolding everything. Bolding everything is bad. I need people to stop bolding everything. So, let's see. We don't have Python. Also, you say data operations intern? All right, that's fine, but I don't see... Okay, I don't see anything I'm looking for here. There's nothing here that would lead me to believe this is a full stack dev. I see nothing. Absolutely nothing. API is good, but that's not specifically that. I don't see any TypeScript. I don't see JavaScript. I don't see CSS. I don't see HTML. I only see Python. Python is good, but it needs to be with the other stuff. Because this doesn't read like a full stack. This reads like... Actually, I have no idea what this is. I've not recruited for a data operations intern. I don't know what this reads as, but it doesn't read like anything I know of. So all of these are bad. Let's see if there's anything in the next one. No. Again, projects. Django, not what I'm looking for. PostSQL, Agile, and Git. Yeah, I don't see anything I'm looking for here. This entire resume has pretty much nothing I'm looking for. The only thing I see is very much at the bottom, which no recruiter is going to go to, said full stack. But no, there's nothing I can do here because none of the bullet points are good. The formatting is bad, but a bigger issue is the bullet point. I just need to see that, like, created X using TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. Created Y using Node, Angular, SQL, React, API. Worked in a cloud environment, AWS, GCP, Azure, CI/CD. But there's nothing in this that actually translates to full stack. There are parts of it, but the recruiter is not going to get this. So you gotta fix the formatting, please. The formatting I've shown before, but your bigger issue is your bullet points. I need this stuff here. If this is not under a bullet point, under a job, it does not count. It will never count unless it is there. So let's go to the next resume because there's nothing here for me, unfortunately. So this is a resume review of a AI engineer / AI intern. So I want to be very clear with you here. The resume that will get you an internship is not the resume that will get you a full-time position. Those are different resumes. For an internship, what's most important is that how you've worked well with others and took criticism and some of this stuff. But you don't need to go so heavy on that stuff. You only need a bit of it, right? You need AI, you have Python, cloud, that kind of stuff. You don't need to go crazy. But for a full-time position, an actual full-time position, you're going to have to ignore this part because it's assumed, and then be very heavy on these keywords. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Also, it looks like this is unknown. Let's see, what are the chances for you to get into the AI industry? Again, this depends. It's going to be different based on internship versus full-time. Those are different resumes. One will not get, the resume that'll get you a full-time job would probably not even get you an internship. So that's just kind of the way it works. So let's see. Okay, cool. Don't care. I don't need that. Formatting's off. Again, same thing. This should not be bolded. We made a web application. That's okay. You could just say made a web application. Diseases on what? Fundamental deep learning. I don't see anything here I'm looking for. You need to put the keywords. I want to be everybody. The keywords, they need to be in the bullet points. This doesn't count. Nothing here counts. This doesn't count. This is what only counts. Model, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I see nothing. Research publication is cool. That should actually probably be under education. So this should be one line and then the research publication, because I think that's actually pretty important. Internships should be above projects. You don't need to necessarily give the timeline of projects. So how I learned API, again, API, yeah, there's nothing here I need. This one's okay. Yeah. Why do you have that? I don't need that. Okay, so this just doesn't work on a multitude of levels. If you're, I mean, at least in the United States, again, maybe this works outside the United States. I don't know. I'm not a recruiter outside that. So I need these keywords here, right? And I need to know how you worked well with others and worked along with others if you're going for internships. If you're going for full-time, I need these in the bullet points. I need to know what, how, why. What did you use? AI, Python, R. How? How did you use them? Blah, blah, blah. Why did you use them? That kind of thing. So I could not move this forward. Maybe you could get other internships here. But, I mean, you have a lot of other stuff with activities, which is very good. I just don't see it from a full-time position. This is more of a internship resume than an actual full-time job resume, because you will need those keywords exclusively. So that is it for me for this video. I will see you all in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you need more of this, or if you need more help, join me on my live stream. So far, the schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. PST for about 3 hours, and I will see you all in the next video.